Hello and welcome to this presentation and information session for the Central Florida Expressway Authority's State Road 534 project, formerly known as the Osceola Parkway Extension. CFX is conducting this meeting to inform residents and stakeholders in your community about this project. We have a lot of information to cover with you, and we thank you for viewing this presentation. As this project is in the early stages of design, some material presented as of this recording may be subject to change. At this time, I would like to introduce you to Brian Hutchings, who is the Manager of Community Engagement for the Central Florida Expressway Authority. Brian will now start our presentation. Brian?
Thanks, Russ. CFX began the design of the first segment of the State Road 534 in January of this year. This map shows the project from Segment 1 starting at 417, Segment 2 and 2A near Boggy Creek Road, and Segment 3 ending at Narcoossee Road. CFX has several goals to accomplish with this new expressway. Some of the goals include meeting the demand of projected population and regional development growth, preparing for anticipated growth in jobs and businesses, connecting State Road 417 in Orange County, facilitating the movement of goods and services, and providing multimodal mobility options, relieving congestion on local roadways, helping to sustain tourism and economic growth, and enhancing evacuation routes and emergency service response capabilities. In order to accomplish these goals, this project has been in planning since 2005. To give some history and background on State Road 534, this graphic presents a timeline of the project. In 2005, planning began to meet the transportation needs of Southeast Orange and Northeast Osceola counties. In 2016, CFX adopted this project as part of the Osceola County Expressway Authority's master plan. Since 2017, nearly 2,000 area stakeholders and residents attending formal meetings have submitted almost 1,000 comments to the record. In November 2019, CFX held a public meeting at the Lake Nona Middle School with more than 400 attendees and presented the preferred alternative. 61% of the comments from the public supported it. Then, in December 2019, CFX's governing board approved the preferred alternative. More recently, this January, the design of the State Road 534 project began. Since then, CFX has been proactive in sharing project design and start activities with communities and stakeholders. Construction is anticipated to start in 2025. Public engagement is a key component of CFX's project development. We are consistently coordinating with communities and the stakeholders in the area, from Osceola and Orange County to Lake Nona schools, home developers like Tavistock and Pulte Homes, and even the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority. There are many parties involved in developing these improvements projects, which aim to create an efficient transportation system that supports the region's continuing growth, especially in Osceola, one of the fastest growing counties in the country. This project segment 1, will tie into recent State Road 417 capacity improvements, which is currently under construction and will run from east of Landstar Boulevard to Lake Nona Boulevard. Segment 1 will include a new interchange east of Boggy Creek Road, extending Medical City Drive north of State Road 417, and adding a full interchange to provide an additional access point to State Road 417 from Lake Nona Boulevard. Design started in May 2023, anticipated design completion is fall of 2025, and we're looking at starting construction sometime in the spring of 2026. Although we are aiming to complete design and begin construction by these dates, it could be sooner than that. Segment 2 and Segment 2A extend State Road 534 from Laureate Boulevard to east of Jim Branch Creek, including an extension of Simpson Road. It will include a half interchange, which will be added at Laureate Boulevard, and the project will create a 1.5-mile extension of Simpson Road from Boggy Creek Road to beyond State Road 534, including a full interchange at State Road 534 that will allow for the future extension of Simpson Road to the east. Design on this section started in May of 2023. Anticipated design completion is spring of 2025, and anticipated construction is looking at fall of 2025. Segment 3 extends from east of Jim Branch Creek to Narcoossee Road. It will include a 2.2-mile new expressway and bridges section, access to ramps at Narcoossee Road, and also includes the realignment of Clapp-Sims-Duda Road. Design on this segment started in January of 2023. Anticipated design completion is early 2025, and we're looking to start construction sometime in the summer of 2025. What to expect during the design of State Road 534. Survey work and geotechnical sampling will continue throughout the project corridor. This map shows an example in purple. These activities include drilling from barges within the storm water retention basins and trucks on land. Operations are expected to last through the end of 2023 and potentially into 2024. These activities will be done during daytime hours. The yellow lines illustrate in this image represent the CFX right-of-way. Other activities during the design will include the preliminary evaluation of lighting, noise, and site conditions, as well as design features such as bridge height and aesthetics. It should be noted at this early stage of design, aesthetics, bridge height, bridge design, and other key design features are still pending. We will know more in about 6 to 8 months and will hold a public meeting as soon as the design progress is at around 60% completion. And that concludes the presentation section of our video. Back now to Russ Handler, who will lead the PIO on this project representing CFX.
Thank you very much, Brian. Now, we would like to answer some of the most common questions we have received to date. Again, my name is Russ Handler, and I am one of the public information officers assigned to the State Road 534 project. My colleague Tiani Sosa and I will be working with your community throughout this project design process, during construction, and beyond. We have received several questions from the community regarding this project, and we are now ready to summarize the answers to some of the questions that we received. Most of our questions have come from the Somerdale Park, Laureate Park, and the Isles of Lake Nona areas. Tiani will now read the questions. I will provide answers. Tiani?
Question 1. Where will the Laureate Boulevard have interchange be located near Medical City?
The decision to have an interchange in a specific location is based on the availability of land in the area and to adequately space out ramps or interchanges along the corridor. Laureate Boulevard is being extended to the west of Medical City by Tavistock, and this is where State Road 534 will connect with Laureate Boulevard, meaning this section of the half interchange, consisting of an eastbound on-ramp and a westbound off-ramp, is in the area of Medical City and not the residential section of Lake Nona.
Question 2. What will the State Road 534 lane configuration look like?
There will be 2 lanes in each direction throughout the project corridor, with room for additional lanes in the median. 2 parallel bridges will cross local streets such as Pearson Avenue and Simpson Road, including the stormwater retention basins near Laureate Park, the Isles of Lake Nona, and Somerdale Park, as shown in this map.
Question 3. Can you provide details or renderings on the bridge design and aesthetics?
At this early stage in the design phase, the bridge height, aesthetics, lighting, noise evaluation, and other design considerations are still pending. We will hold a public meeting at or about 60% design phase when we will know more details on those items. Renderings, exhibits, and potentially animations will be available as the design process continues. We are open to your community feedback concerning designs and aesthetics. As we move forward with the design process, and will be providing our contact information shortly.
Question 4. What improvements are planned for Boggy Creek Road?
Boggy Creek Road is within Osceola County and is owned and maintained by the county. Any questions about Osceola County roads should please be directed to Osceola County.
Question 5. Will there be added landscaping within the CFX right-of-way?
The answer is yes. A landscaping plan will be developed closer to the end of construction. Landscaping will be placed after the project is fully complete and under a separate landscaping package.
Question 6. What can we expect before and during construction?
When the project moves to the construction phase, every effort will be made to ensure that property owners in the area are notified through HOAs, the CFX website, database email distributions, social media, and potentially other forms of communication. For example, if pile driving is about to begin, CFX will inform residents prior to any such activity. Also, precautions will be made to minimize property impact during construction. For instance, vibratory rollers will not be permitted as part of this project. This will cut down on vibrations associated with compaction of the roadway and paving. Every effort will be made to inform property owners in advance of any work activity that would result in construction-related impacts, especially work at night or on weekends.
Question 7. Are we getting noise walls?
This question and this answer is specific to segment 3. A noise wall is proposed along the south side of State Road 534, providing noise abatement for Fells Landing. The PD&E and respective noise study predated the recent developments of the Isles of Lake Nona, Laureate Park, and Somerdale Park. However, CFX will reevaluate the noise study as the project design progresses.
Question 8. How will the project help reduce traffic on local roadways?
State Road 534 will offer an express route around the Lake Nona area, including Laureate Park. Access to State Road 534 will be provided at State Road 417, at Laureate Boulevard, the Simpson Road extension, and Narcoossee Road. We are aware of the historic concerns regarding traffic cutting through Laureate Boulevard to access Medical City, Lake Nona Town Center, and soon the planned retail outlet west of Medical City. Lake Nona is among the fastest growing and most developed regions in Central Florida, if not the country. State Road 534 will offer an express route around Laureate Boulevard, or rather around Laureate Park, and around this planned continued growth.
Question 9. What are the future phases of State Road 534 and when are they planned?
State Road 534 will cross Narcoossee Road and traverse the southern section of the Eagle Creek property just north of Clapp Sims Duda Road. CFX has been working with the owner of Eagle Creek to acquire the property needed from Eagle Creek for this expressway. The extension of 534 east of Narcoossee Road is not currently in design. We will keep the community updated as the process gets underway. Preliminary geotechnical sampling and surveying, however, east of Narcoossee Road is underway. The realignment of Clapp Sims Duda Road will include moving the western portion of the roadway southward to connect with Narcoossee Road at Boggy Creek Road, south of its current location. The realignment is being designed and constructed by others, but is being coordinated with CFX.
Question 10. What is the overall regional plan to reduce traffic congestion on our local roadways?
State Road 534 will allow for an express option around Lake Nona with connectivity at Narcousie Road and Laureate Boulevard near Medical City. This will allow for an alternative route for mid to long range commuters and local residents who frequent this busy and growing area. State Road 534 will provide a connection between 417 in Orange County and the planned 50-mile beltway around Osceola and East Orange County. So I would like to reiterate that as this project is in the early stages of design, some material presented as of this recording may be subject to change. In conclusion, your feedback is very important to us. We want to hear from you and your community. You're welcome to contact myself and Tiani at any time. Our email is shown here. You can also scan the QR code to visit the CFX website to learn more about State Road 534 and other agency projects. The maps and other information from this presentation can also be found at the State Road 534 project webpage at www.cfxway.com/534. If you would like to receive updates on the State Road 534 project, please email me and Tiani and let us know that you would like to be added to the project's database. Tiana is also fluent in Spanish, so please feel free to let us know if there are any special language considerations that can help us better communicate with you and your community. Thank you again for your time. Today we have presented all that is known to date. Please check back to the project website frequently for updates. Thank you again.